You know, a severe thunderstorm warning for western Palm Beach County until 1:15 in the morning. Here's the reason why. This line of storms is fired up very quickly and is moving on the southern side of the lake, moving northeast about 50 to 55 miles an hour. And we have wind gusts approaching 60 miles an hour. So there's a strong damaging winds that can do structural damage to buildings, obviously take down some tree branches and some tall trees too. This storm is moving quickly across Cooliston, now into Belglade, Canal Point, Pahokee, and then moving quickly off the coastline after that. You'll notice Lake Okeechobee is also showing up with a warning. That is a marine warning that continues for that area. As this line of storms, a second line, is moving across Okeechobee now. There's a very strong cell that is moving now very quickly from Okeechobee toward the coastline, so toward Port St. Lucie and Fort Pierce. So we can flip it over to Live Viper 5 Max. I will show you what else we're looking at as we get into the late overnight hours. So that severe thunderstorm warning area is until 1:15, and that is for this area on the southern side of the lake as the storm moves quickly across the lake area. Belglade, as I said, Pahokee included in that. So we're looking at gusty winds to 50, 60 miles an hour, potentially 70, and we are looking at torrential downpours, lots of lightning here, and the tornado threat continues too. We've been watching shear markers. There's one of our storms that we're most concerned about, little core of lightning popping up in this. One of the indications that and a couple of shear markers. You know, there's a shear marker, there's another one that just popped up. Shear markers are not an indication there's a tornado on the ground, but they are an indication that there's wind shear going on, and when you get persistent shear markers, especially red ones, which are low-level shear markers, it's an indication that there's low-level shear in the atmosphere. So wind's going in one direction and then another direction. That gives you some spin. We also have the upward motion of the thunderstorms themselves. So those are the two ingredients you need for tornado formation, and this storm seems to have it as we get persistent, again, shear markers popping up during the day, or the late overnight. And this one is moving into Port St. Lucie around Tradition, St. Lucie West, PGA Village, and then that interchange around the Turnpike and 95 in the next 5 to 10 minutes, moving very, very quickly, and then into Fort Pierce, Hutchinson Island, the White City area between Port St. Lucie and Fort Pierce. May even make it some gusty winds up around Lakewood Park too. But right there, that's a cell that I would not be surprised if we get a severe thunderstorm warning out of this one too. Right now, the only warning that's in place is that one for southern Palm Beach County, the southern side of the lake, I should say, western Palm Beach County, that is moving across Belglade and Pahokee, and that warning is in effect until 1:15. If you encounter any kind of severe weather, just stay in the lowest level of your house or structure until the storm passes. We could see some structural damage with some of these storms. This is a serious weather threat as the tornado watch includes the entire viewing area until 6 in the morning. So there's a wider view across the entire Treasure Coast. Almost everyone on the Treasure Coast now picking up rainfall. It's beginning around Palm City and Stewart. Hope Sound, you're next. And the heaviest rain showing up in red here in the purples, an indication that hail may be present in this as this one moves in toward Port St. Lucie. It looks like it'll be north of Midway Road, probably along the St. Lucie Boulevard or just north of that in the next few minutes. So that storm cell right there, we're going to be watching that one closely because you have purple returns here. You also have shear markers, persistent shear markers popping up. So we could see a damaging storm from that. So if you live along that line through Port St. Lucie, watch that storm closely. We'll keep you up to date on it. There's another look at it right there as it moves. There's 95, the Turnpike. There's the interchange, Northern Ed. Of course, we have the landfill just north of that in Fort Pierce. I was up there this afternoon, and that storm cell, you know, the Glades Cutoff Road is in this area too. So moving very quickly across this area, and then likely, if it keeps on this track, just south of Fort Pierce. No warning for this. I'll tell you what, folks, though, whenever I see persistent shear markers popping up and very strong returns on the radar, is an indication that you have a storm that has the potential to do some damage. So watch that one closely, and we'll watch it for you here too. In Palm Beach County, other than the lake area, it's quiet. So a severe thunderstorm warning for Belglade and up around Pahokee, but no rain yet. It arrives between about 2 and 4 in the morning along the coastline, and some of those storms could be severe too through coastal Palm Beach County. So a very busy night for the entire viewing area. We're here to keep you up to date, keep you safe, and of course download the Storm Shield app. It's available for purchase. I believe it's $2.99 from the App Store. It's a weather radio for your phone. It's invaluable. Everyone who has downloaded this app loves it. So give it a shot. You can't beat it. It pinpoints where you are, and it just gives you the warnings for where you are, not for everyone. All right, back to regular programming. We'll keep you up to date right here.